Hey there, it looks like we are live on Facebook for Earth Day. So excited to be here today. We have a special guest with us from the Euchee Butterfly Farm to talk about pollinator gardens and butterflies and all good things that make the earth happy. Before we get started, again, I just want to thank everyone for joining us today. Also, if you're joining us via Zoom, throughout the presentation, you can use the chat feature or the Q&A feature to send questions in for Jane to answer, or comments that you might have. If you're watching via Facebook Live, just post those in the comments and we'll get those questions to her as well, so you can participate in the conversation. Just a little bit about our program. My name is Nancy Mason. I'm the director of the Mvskoke Nation Youth Services Program, and our mission is to empower Mvskoke youth by connecting to culture, community, and resources. We do that through these program goals that you see here on the screen. Those are fostering advocacy, providing resources, promoting civic duty, encouraging wellness, and creating support. The Butterfly Project kind of fits in with a couple of those, but foremost, we're going to talk about really encouraging wellness today, because it definitely helps our planet. Gardening is a great activity for self-care. And so we want to really encourage folks to take advantage of this wonderful opportunity that we have with the Euchee Butterfly Farm right now. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn the presentation over to Jane. Let me stop sharing. Okay, got it. And then Jane, if you, there we go. Sorry, there we go. Now I can stop sharing. Okay. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit more, tell them a little bit more about who you are, where you're from. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, just give me 1 second here. And hang on. Wait, oh, I lost it. Hang on. Give me 1 second here. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay, sorry, technical difficulties here. You know how this goes. Give me 1 second here. Let's get that back up. And get that. And slideshow from the beginning. There we go. Okay. Okay. Are you in? Can you see me? Okay.
We can see you. I'm not seeing your screen right now.
Okay. Let's get out of that. Hang on 1 second. Let's go back to the beginning. And let's put that back down. Give me 1 second here. And there we are. Okay, so let's go try this one more time.
Perfect, yeah. It's giving time for folks to get on and join us via Facebook Live, so this is perfect.
Okay. There we go. Let's see if that's gonna work. Okay, now can we see the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay,
Perfect.
excellent. Okay, thank you. Sorry for those technical difficulties. It's Jay, good morning, and I am Jane Breckenridge. I am the director of the Euchee Butterfly Farm. We are located between Bixby and Leonard in far southeast Tulsa County. We are a real butterfly farm, and yes, that is a real thing. People always are a little, I get a few raised eyebrows when I say that we have a butterfly farm, but some people raise goats or cattle. We're just lucky because we raise butterflies. Our butterflies are used for education. They go to zoos or exhibits. They are used sometimes for funerals or weddings. They go a lot of different places, but it really is a real agricultural operation. So the farm is home to the Natives Raising Natives project. With that project, which we launched back in 2012 or 2013, we train Creek citizens to become butterfly farmers on their own land. And then those butterflies, we purchase them and sell them collectively. The project has 3 goals. The first goal is to create sustainable employment. For the second goal is to give a hands-on science learning opportunity for our Native youth. And the third goal is, which is kind of why we're here today really, is to talk about we use the project and our native butterflies and what we're doing with the plants to promote awareness of the need for conservation of this habitat that supports our native butterflies. So today, our story begins. Today, my presentation begins with a butterfly, or actually really hundreds of millions of butterflies that went missing over time. Monarch migration is, if you all remember, anybody remembers that from when they were a kid, with all those butterflies moving through, monarchs in big trouble now. The numbers have dropped drastically. In 1996, over 900 million monarchs made that epic journey down to Mexico for the migration. By 2013, that number had dropped to 33 million. It's a catastrophic decline in the population of over 90%. And they are under review by the US Fish and Wildlife Service for endangered species status protection. This is really important, particularly to us where we are located, because Oklahoma is, particularly where we are in Oklahoma, is right in the bullseye for the critical zone for where we need to restore this habitat if we're gonna save the monarch butterfly. With the loss of the butterfly, there's a lot of different things that are causing it to decline, but the number one thing is loss of habitat. So. And in Oklahoma, we have a lot of green space, but we don't have a lot of good butterfly habitat anymore. We have gotten rid of a lot of our native plants and the nectar plants and the resources that the butterflies need to survive. So when you look out and you see all these big green fields or green open lawns, that's great if you're a cow or a horse, but that's not going to support you if you're a butterfly, because you need nectar and you need the kind of plants that your caterpillars need during that stage of the life cycle of that species to survive. So we'll talk about that more in a minute. Butterflies, monarchs specifically, in really big trouble. We have a really important role to play because of where we are. Monarchs overwinter they do a migration, and then they overwinter in Mexico every year. When they come back from Mexico in the spring, they're coming up to Texas and Oklahoma. They have to find milkweed to lay their eggs on. If not, then the migration stops. In the fall, as they come back through on their way to Mexico, they have to find nectar resources here to be able to nectar and fuel up in order to be able to fly all the way to Mexico and also have enough fat reserves to live through the winter. So it's really, really important we have that there, have good habitat. So when those numbers really started crashing back in 2013,